Alright Zerg friends, this is Fenner, and it's time for another Stephano replay cast. Alright, so let's get into this. Who have we got in the top left of Habitation Station, LE? Well, it is a red Terran, and he is Bbyong. Bbyong from CJ Entus here. Really good Terran player, I'll talk about him in a second as I want to introduce the blue guy. The blue guy in the top right of Habitation Station, LE. It is Stephano as the barcode. So Bbyong, this guy, he is underrated. Right now he's doing incredibly well in Codas. I'm pretty sure he's one of the last Terrans standing. I'm not sure if he got knocked out yet or not. I haven't been following it that closely, but he was one of the last three at least. And now I think there's on to the next round. I'm not sure if he got through to the round of 16 or not. But I casted this guy in an IEM qualifier. I can't remember which one. I think it was Sao Paulo or Cologne. I can't remember which. But he went extremely deep, and he went through a lot of good players. Because when you're going through those Korean qualifiers, they're always absolutely insane. It's just so hard to win. Like, you have to go through like Parting, Seolki, Maru, Jaedong in the same bracket. Like, everyone has that kind of bracket in those IEM qualifiers. Those IEM Korean qualifiers, Korean Taiwan qualifiers, are pretty much harder than any big tournament right now, except for Codas and Pro League and things. Yeah, those two are obviously very prestigious as well. Pro League probably being the most prestigious, I guess, since it has been around for the longest time, but GSL, the longest standing SC2 tournament, I do believe. And two Lings are going to pop here to take care of this Reaper. Stephano's got a decently fast gas as well, so he's going to be able to pick up that speed really quickly. There we go. And which means the Reaper's not going to be able to do too much damage. On this map it's not that great anyway. This is the only place to jump in, so the Reaper can only come from the front. So I like this decision from Bbyong to just go for the one Reaper and then get those faster Hellions out. There's a lot of 3 Reaper builds nowadays, but not too great on this map. Like, most maps have where you can jump up these ramps into the cliffs into the main base, but this is pretty much one of the worst maps for Reapers in the map pool right now, just thinking about it. Yeah, I really don't think there is a worse map for Reaper openers. Well, Frost, obviously 4-player map's not that great, but if you do SCV Scout with a Reaper on Frost, then you can jump into the main still. It's just that it's a 4-player map, so obviously it's going to take long to find them if you don't want to SCV Scout. And Altazim as well, I guess, but I don't really think about Altazim that much because I veto it. But maybe I should. It's not a bad map. Now Stephano's going to pick up the second gas already. This is pretty quick considering he already opened with speed up here, so it doesn't look like he wants to take a fast third. Either that, or he wants to go for some kind of Roach Bane. He is pushing the Reaper back a bit. But if he takes a fast third along with his fast second gas at the same time... Oh, he's actually trying to get the drone down there. Trying to sneak it past the Reaper. Now speed finishes up and then he goes down and takes it before the Hellions do manage to get there. Where are those Hellions? There's 2 out now. He's probably going to wait for 4 before it comes along. But we've got Banshees on the way as well. Stephano jumps in and he does see everything. He's going to see that Tech Lab wobble in as well. Is he going to cancel the cloak? The thing is, I don't know if it matters too much if you cancel the cloak or not. Because if you see Banshee, your reaction is still the same. You're going to build Spore Crawlers. And you're not really going to build more Spore Crawlers because this cloak. So you either like cloak or you don't like cloak. I don't think there's any merit into cancelling it. And it's cheaper nowadays as well. I can't remember the exact cost, but it did get a patch at one point to make it cheaper. And now this Overlord's going to get caught out. I'm sure what he was doing in the middle of the map. Very greedy Overlord there. Marines and Hellions moving across the map for Bbyong. This is a really nice play, bringing the Marines across as well, since it's going to give him a bit more firepower. But nice spine positioning by Stephano there. And it's not too often you actually see an early spine from Zerg players nowadays. But it works so well in that position there, it just kind of cuts off the Hellion run by there. And, well, there's no Spore Crawlers. He did see the Banshee. There's one in the main. There's none in the natural. And now he's diving on the Queens. But the Lings are here and is deep on creep. Maybe Bbyong's gone a bit too far on the creep here, along with the Spine Crawler as well. Going to be able to... Oh, but he does manage to kill a lot of Lings, but he did lose quite a few Hellions in that trade as well. Now he's going to go for the third base. The Banshee taking care of these queens because there's no Spore Crawlers. There's not too much he can do right here. And now a queen gets picked off. Bbyong's looking for the third base kill. The Spine Crawler's moving down, but that's not going to be in range. The Banshee's still killing everything. Where is that Overseer? Finally, the Overseer coming in to kill off that Banshee. Oh, it still survives. That's really nasty. But Nutlings should be able to clean up these Hellions and Marines right now. And that's most of Bbyong's army gone. The creep spread was really nice from Stephano. His drone count isn't very high though. Only 42 drones right now against the 39 of Bbyong. But as I said, Bbyong lost pretty much his entire army there. He's got these Banshees, but they're not going to do too much. And now all the Hellions are dead. Stephano won't be able to break into there though, with the Hellions behind those depots with no Banelings out as well. Not going to be able to break in. Has he got a Baneling nest yet? No, he doesn't have a Baneling nest, which you'll probably want real soon, since you want to get that Baneling speed nice and early. Banshee is going to come into this base here. Again, no Spore Crawler out, so the Banshee is going to come straight into the mineral line and try and do some damage, but here comes the Overseer, but he just moves over to the natural. Oh, he has got a lot of queens though. 2 more queens at the natural waiting for that Banshee. Going to push it back. Nice play by Stephano here. Interesting to not get too many Spore Crawlers, only the one in the main base, and just rely on the queens to take care of the rest. Now Baneling Nest is on the way. So the Baneling Nest is going to allow him to get the Baneling speed, obviously. Baneling Nest allows you to get Baneling speed, guys. Who would have thought? That's really smart. But we have got the choice of Mech for Bbyong. And I don't think it's not going to be the style that Fantasy used, where you fake the Mech. You just got a couple of factories at the start, let life see it, and then go into bioplay. He's actually picking up 2 armories here, so he's going full on Mech. And this map is actually extremely good for Mech. 2 Banshees going to get a queen kill in the main base, and possibly another one as well, unless another queen comes to back her up. But can she get the transfuse? Loses a Banshee for it though. But 2 queen kills, definitely worth it. How many queens does Stephano have total now? 3 queens, so can't even inject all of these hatcheries, and I don't think he's noticed either, since there's no queens on the production tab. His queens are kind of all over the place as well. What was I saying about Mech? Yeah, Mech's really good on this map because this is one of the smallest maps in the map pool right now. And you can take this base or this base and everything is so close together. This map is extremely good for Mech, but at the same time, it's also strong for Swarmhosts. So it's kind of... it's strong and aggressive for both players, I guess. Because these styles are strong for both players, it's also aggressive for both players. Now the Hellions are going to go for the run by, but that Mutas have spotted them. Bbyong going to turn them round, or is he going to go up the top here and just go past and not give a damn? Looks like he's just going to go to the watchtowers. This is a great play, by the way. When you've got Hellions out like this, just run them around. Make the Mutas chase them, because, well, now it's not the best play. Because things did manage to catch them. But yeah, just keeping the Mutas around, I mean keeping the Hellions around and baiting the Mutas around. If he went down here instead of onto the creep, the Mutas would have just been following, which gives him so much time to prepare turrets, get Thors up and everything else that he needs to defend against the Mutas in the main base, without panicking to do it, without losing SCVs to Mutas. And all you've got to do is run some Hellions around, so that works out really well. Oh my god, it's the Swarmhost from Stephano. This is what you've all been waiting for. Don't lie to me. I know you guys watch Stephano for this reason. Love it or hate it. The Swarmhosts are coming into play, but this is a pretty standard kind of style. You got the Mutas into Swarmhosts. Pretty much how everyone plays against Mech right now. You can either play this aggressively by getting a lot more Mutas. It looks like Stephano is going to play the more defensive style, where you do get the faster hive and go for the Vipers, and just keep the Muta count at a minimal count, and rely on the Swarmhosts and the Vipers to do the rest of the damage. Now Hellions are going to run by, but once again Stephano ready with the Lings here. Oh, Blue Flame is out now, going to take care of those Lings really quickly. Drones transfer into this base, going to get taken down by those Hellions. Now the Hellions are moving in, but the Swarmhosts are here with the Locusts, going to push these back. But the 4th base has not been saturated by Stephano, and he really wants that against a meching player. If you let the mech player stay on even economy, it's not going to go too well for you. And once again, just running these Hellions around, keep the Mutas busy. Not too many Mutas anyway, so Not going to hurt him that much. But yeah, Stephano definitely going for the heavy Swarmhost play here. Not going to go for the Muta Swarmhost kind of switchy style that a lot of players do favor nowadays, since I think it was, yeah, Sulky showed it against Innovation. Bit of miscontrol by Stephano there, but he doesn't manage to lose a Mutalist. The creep spread, really nice from Stephano. Now this is a curious push from Bbyong here, moving into Swarmhost onto creep, losing a couple of Hellbats there. He is playing an aggressive mech style here, and it looks like he wants to take down the 4th base. Scan goes down, he's moving up, but this is a lot of Swarmhost from Stephano. Bbyong might be thinking that Stephano is playing the more aggressive style with Muta Swarmhost, but Stephano is just going pure Swarmhost, and I think this push is not going to work out too well for Bbyong. He's taking a lot of damage from these Swarmhosts. There's not enough tanks to kill the Locust before the Thors take the damage, and I can't see him taking down the space. If he gets even closer, the Locust can have more time attacking, and he realizes it. Bbyong backs out. I think the bet for Bbyong now is going to be go Ravens. I think the best way is to go into that Turtle mech with the Ravens, the Planetarias, and everything else. And he is building a lot of command centers right now, so he does have the possibility of doing that. But when you're up against a Swarmhost player like this, it's never too smart to attack into them, because you'll end up, if you want to attack into them, your tank count needs to be ridiculous, so that you can kill so many Locusts. And if you're taking an aggressive position like that, it only takes one slip up, one blinding cloud on the tanks, and you're going to lose absolutely everything. But he's going to siege up on this base over here. Always easy to try and take down this gold base, since he gets such a great position on there with the tanks on the low ground. He can just blow it up like that. Which is one of the reasons why this map is so good for mech. Tanks are so powerful in this position. You know, Locust just getting blown up before they even get there. Banshee gonna spot for the tanks right there. And I'll take this down. Easy peasy. Oh my god, I realized I just put the nameplates on when I don't actually want the nameplates on with my overlay. So I'll have to make sure I fix that in editing. Bbyong looking to take this base down here. He's going into the Vikings now. What? Transformation servos. Crazy upgrade. Vikings on the way. Will he go for Ravens? I think Ravens is one of the most important parts of a late game mech army. Sometimes you see people trying to... There we go, Tech Lab's on the way. Should be Raven production now. The PDDs are just so good for a late game mech army. They negate all of the damage that Corruptors can do. They can Hunter Seeker, the Swarmhosts. They negate the damage from the Locusts as well, so the tanks can't take any damage. But Bbyong once again getting really aggressive over here. There's so much creep out from Stephano. This push, it's risky, man. That's all I can see. There's a lot of Swarmhosts moving across the map. 24 Swarmhosts here. Now, one thing he does have going for him, that he has got this choke point, which means the Locusts are going to try and come down there, and they're all going to get blown up because they're not going to be able to get a decent concave. But they are still doing damage, and the Blinding Cloud comes down. Stephano pushing down the ramp with this Blinding Cloud. This is what I was worried about from Bbyong. The Locust doing so much damage, but he still does manage to kill all of the drones on this base. There's so many good siege up positions on this map. It's such a good map for mech and tanks in general. There's also an attack in the natural here, but there's too many spine crawlers for that to do anything. And also at the there's nothing at the third base. These drones are in danger. They're running now. They're trying to get away from the barbecue. They don't want to be cooked tonight. What a lineup! They're going to run away. They do manage to survive, and a couple of Locusts should be able to pick up those Hellions as well. He tries to sneak back into the third base, but Stephano is controlling those Locusts. Now he's losing a couple of tanks as well. I'm not sure... I don't know, losing these mech units is so painful. He has to rebuild them at such a slow rate. And he's trying to go so heavy into Viking as well. Thor's on the way. Still no Ravens on the production tab. I'm not sure what he's up to with all these Vikings. There's no Corruptors, there's no Broods. Oh, there is a couple of Corruptors actually, sorry. But there are no Broods on the way, so you generally don't need that many Vikings. There we go, we've got the Ravens on the production tab now. This is the most important unit of the mech composition, in my opinion. The PDDs are just way too strong to not utilize them. Now we've got the gold base up as well. I wonder if Bbyong will try and get into there as well, but we've got the creep spread here for Stephano now, which is going to help him out a lot defending that base. But again, he's kept having his mining denied throughout this game, which against the mech player is not the best thing. And he's doing his best to defend against it. It's just that these positions were cliffs and siege tanks. Absolutely crazy on this map. I'd love to see an aggressive marine tank style on this map. Even though it's gone out of fashion, I think it would work extremely well. It's been out of fashion since Wings of Liberty. This is very risky by Bbyong. What if he got fungled right now? There's 4 infestors on the production tab. He's going to get a lot of overlords, so it's going to work out for him, but yeah, I guess Stephano just didn't go for the infestors early enough. Otherwise, they could have got fungled, and that would have been huge. Now the infestors are going to pop. Is there one in the main base? I don't think there's any in the main base, but here comes the infestor now. He's going to look for that fungal, and that is a big fungal. But does he have the corruptors to deal with? He's got a couple of muters, vipers as well. Another fungal goes down. He's going to plow into those with the corruptors now. But remember, these Vikings have 2-2, and there's 2-1 on the air upgrades for Stephano, so it's not that bad. But just a couple of overlord kills for a lot of Viking kills. Bbyong is so aggressive, but it does open him up for this attack at the bottom of the map. He's moving him to tanks and Thors right now. What's this? It's a bunch of locusts, but all the Swarmhosts are up here trying to defend up this base, but there's nothing there. This base is going to get taken down. Now it's even economy. Well, not so even because this is a gold base, but pretty much an even economy. Bbyong should be looking at taking this gold base sometime soon, along with the Ravens as well. It looks like we... Oh my god, so many units getting taken down by the Swarmhost, and as you can see, is 160 supply at 25 minutes with a mech army. Trying to rebuild it all the time because he's being so aggressive, and now Stephano is taking an aggressive position on the map for the first time in this game. The creep is being spread forward. Actually, there's one tumor there, a couple of tumors at the top, but this is going to be very hard for Bbyong to take this base up here since he has been so limited with his army size, with that aggression. But with the Ravens, he might be able to put enough PDDs down that the Locusts can't do any damage. He might want to split these Locusts up a bit more, have some here, have some up here, and then they won't be able to do so much damage. But nice uplift there from Stephano. He needs to be very careful though, because if those Vikings get in there and take down a lot of Vipers, that means there's going to be no more abducts there. And it looks like Stephano might be looking to move back into a more defensive position. Nope. We're just spreading those locusts out. I really like this. Hopefully the AI will send a couple up here, and that'll work out well for him. Oh, the SCVs are being sacked for Bbyong now. That means that he's got a lot of orbitals, since he's just planning on using mules to mine out the rest of the map. Which means his armor supply is going to get really strong. No PDDs out yet, but the tanks are taking care of the locusts nice and easily. And now the static defense is coming up for Stephano. This is what you all love, guys. A defensive Stephano Swarmhost game. Stephano loves it. Oh, 2 mutalists here actually getting the work done. I don't know. They must have survived from the early game there. How many kills have they got? 7 kills. 5 kills. Not too many, but working out pretty well in this position. Now he's moving forward. Beautiful fungal by Stephano! Gonna get so many Ravens! The Hunter Seeker goes off. I'm not sure whether... Oh! So many Corruptors go down! He saves them with the Hunter Seeker missile. But that fungal was huge. He just didn't have enough fungals to take the rest down. The Hunter Seeker saved him as well. A couple of infested Terrans going down at the top there. Fusion core on the way, that means battle cruisers are going to be coming out, but the locusts are doing damage to the tanks. This is not what it needs to happen. He needs PDDs or something like that to be able to defend against this. His tank count is looking so small right now. Only 10 tanks out against 23 locusts. He's struggling to take this base at the top. He really needs it. And there's a couple of roaches down here denying this base as well. This one might be easier to take though, but the problem is he's got to get tanks down there. It's really hard for him to move out of this position, especially with the creep moving forward at the same time. We've got 2 Ravens on the production tab, and he's really getting that Raven... Well, let me look at this. 7 Ravens are up, which is a very, very decent amount. We're going to be going up to 10 real soon. This creep just keeps getting spread on this gold base, and he can't take it. Locusts. Are they doing any damage? It's always good to look to see if the locusts are doing damage, because if the locusts are doing damage, even if it's minimal, and there they are, they're doing damage there, but now the PDDs come down. It doesn't look like he can break through the PDDs, so that tank does survive right there. This planetary going to make easy work of these roaches. One over here though, so he's going to pull a tank down there to take care of that. And here we go, locusts are doing damage. And whenever locusts are doing damage, that's a very bad thing, because it's slow, but it will spiral out of control slowly. You can get a to a point with Mech where Locusts don't do damage with enough PDDs, enough tanks. But when they're doing damage like this, it's painful, man. There goes another tank. And this tank's getting low as well. But he is going BCs now. And Locust's not too good against BCs since they can't shoot up. What does Stephano have in store for a bunch of BCs? He only has 6 Corruptors. The question is, has he built too many Swarmhosts right now? This is 32 Swarmhosts. He has got Spore Crawlers as well, so we can abduct onto those, but only 2 Vipers out. A bunch of Infestors on the way. Locusts, are they doing damage? Looks like PDD. Oh, yep, doing damage still. And money is just slowly melting away for Bbyong. You can see at the top right there, 151 supply. Trying to sneak out those battle cruisers, but no bank for him. He can't take this gold base. He has taken the base at the bottom of the map. Stephano, oh, this Spore Crawler wall is just getting insane now. He's basically got the whole middle of the map set up with defense. That's absolutely beautiful positioning and defense setup from Stephano there. The creep spread is absolutely glorious as well. Locusts doing damage to the tanks. Are they? No. PDD is too strong. Oh, nice fungal from Stephano. Sneaks one out there. Now the Queen doing a bit of damage. The battle cruisers are coming forward. Have they got the Yamato ready? They don't currently have the Yamato. And GG from Bbyong. That's it. I do agree with that GG though. With Locust doing so much damage, difficulty taking this base, the Spore Crawler wall as well. He's at 134 supply. He's going to lose a lot to that fungal. Definitely worthy GG right there. Thanks for watching, guys. Stephano's awesome. Counterattack. So this is a really strong way to play in a ZVZ. Even just 2 roaches on a counterattack and force so much from your opponent. Not that they're going to do a lot of damage. That's not the key part of a counterattack. The main thing that you're getting from a counterattack is